Folks, what's going on? C King here. We in the building with the legendary
Peace.
T.R.O.Y himself. You
What up?
know what's going down.
What's up, bro?
Program 6, Jordan
Good seeing
Craig.
you, man.
Great to have you here.
Man,
Honored to have you here,
thank you,
man.
sir. Pleasure to
Appreciate
have
you
you.
for pressing through, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man, come on, bro.
Wow.
I've been on you on Instagram all day, just on that, peeping your talent, man.
I appreciate
Come
that,
on,
man.
bro.
Because
Yes, there you go.
when you do good work, there's more work to be done. So do not get tired or weary in your well-doing. Because the legends are watching. Okay?
That's a Mount Vernon night, right?
Now you said you grew up with Zal.
Right.
Okay. Can we get
Yes.
a quick? I need you to try a Denzel impression.
No, I can't.
No,
I
man.
can't do it.
If you
Maybe
okay.
the walk or something like that, but I don't know. I can't do the walk either. I'm not a good impersonator. Maybe on certain people, but not.
Okay. What was it like growing up in Mount Vernon? Like money earning in Mount Vernon?
Man, it was great, bro. That was the best childhood I've had, growing up there and in the Bronx. And but Mount Vernon is just a different place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's very small, 4 square miles wide and long, and with a bunch of special people in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And so, we just cultivate and, we're cultural. There's Jamaicans, there's Americans, there's Haitians, there's Puerto Ricans. Everyone's together, and that's the good thing about Westchester.
Okay. Yeah. Did your love for music come within the community, or did you feel like you had to go outside to get that inspiration to become who you are today?
That inspiration came from my father, bro.
Really?
My father's like this huge record collector, and music ever since I've been born. I've been hearing music, and he probably played music to my mother's stomach. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And like when I came out, it was just like James Brown.
Uh-huh.
That's the first person.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the first person, and then after that, it was just like learning about everyone else, Barry White, Isaac Hayes, so forth. Bands, groups, singing groups.
Yeah.
Female vocalists.
Well, I guess this will add some validity to the saying that you are the first person to put jazz and flip it into hip hop. This is what's going on. How can you speak to the validity of that statement?
I mean, I don't think I was the first person. I'll say I was just one of the key ones in the very beginning because of my jazz influence from my dad, who was Jamaican. But we grew up listening to reggae all our lives. But my pops went left, right, up, down. He had jazz, classical, you name it. And so jazz was like, it just kind of stuck to us. You know what I'm saying? Miles Davis, John Coltrane. Yeah. The list goes on. And we listened to that, and I don't know, the mood of that music is so good. It's just so inspirational, bro. Yeah. And when you hear it, you almost remember everything when you was a child.
Okay, yeah. Nah, that's how I feel about a lot of Stevie records. My pop played a lot of Stevie records for me. It was just like, I just remember every time I went to his house. He lived above a restaurant that I believe his grandparents owned. And, sometimes he would go downstairs to the restaurant. It'd be me and this big Rottweiler he had. Loved this dog. And me and the Rottweiler, we would just sit in the crib and listen to Stevie.
That's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Inner Visions is my favorite.
Oh, man.
It's my favorite, bro.
Yo, you know what? Yo, that's so crazy because as soon as you said Inner Visions, the song played in my mind, and I started to think of, I believe Genuine or Timberland sampled it later, and a lot of people don't know where them joints come from. A lot of people don't know where, a lot of this original music is coming from. How important, do you say it is for a lot of cats to realize, like, yo, do y'all realize that this music came from a much more important era?
It was, to me, I say this, that music, soul music, was like our first version of hip hop ever. It was boom bap before we even knew what boom bap was. Soul music, the Delphonics, Kool and the Gang, James Brown, early 70s, late 60s.
Yeah.
Is like our first version of hip hop. So that's the music we had and the music we loved and the music that raised us.
Okay.
And then when hip hop came along, all we did was give it back to people who never heard some of that Coon the Gang, never heard some of that Brass Construction, you know, Crown Heights Affair, all that.
Yo, I didn't even think of it like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely didn't think of it like that. I
Yeah.
like how you put it. You're basically the music that you were raised on.
Yeah.
You're giving it to the newer generation
Right.
who may not know.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about the appreciation of those things now? Like a lot of people will add them in the song, don't know where they came from. You know what I'm saying? There's maybe something familiar that they may recognize or whatever. But where do you feel like hip hop is going? Especially now. When it comes to the appreciation of the originals.
I think the actual problem is learning that original music is a big, huge part of hip hop, and I think they're recognizing it now in 2024, and hearing like the rhythmic sounds in that soul music
Yeah.
makes them want to rap, and they start sampling it, and then next thing you know, you got Drake, you got J. Cole, you got Kendrick, you got all these dope young dudes killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Just like we did it. You know what I mean?
Right. I think like it's so crazy to listen to, a song, especially today, and there's like 5 different versions of that same, sample that's knocking each and every way, you know what I'm saying?
You reminded me of something because like remixes back in the day, we used to have to change the whole beat around.
Yeah.
And what the youngins are doing, they're not even changing the beat. They're just using the instrumental and getting different rappers on it. Ain't nothing wrong with that either. But like, I'm just trying to show them the difference between the original and making something totally different from the original. Like Public Enemy, Shut 'Em Down, for instance. There's the original and then there's the remix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, do you have today? I know there's a lot of young producers out right now. Do you have a favorite producer that's out right now?
Man, you know what? I used to like A-Rap music a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I used to listen to how he used to just be doing all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool, man. You got Crisis, you got Ninth Wonder, you got Alchemist, you got Knots, you got so many other different producers, Madlib, Theory Has It. He's a new guy. He's dope. Who else? Man, so many producers out there. It's hard to name every single one of them.
Yeah.
But I be listening.
Man, I was doing my research, and I heard the original Juicy beat that you had produced. That joint is.
Which version you heard? Because I did a beat with Juicy Fruit where I just used the drums and like another sample. Is that?
I heard the actual where you used the. I think it might have been that one.
Really?
Where you used the beat and then like
That
you
beat.
used some more drums. You added some drums onto it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you talking about the remix? Yeah. The remix. I just changed the drums.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, and used the same sample. They didn't really want to differ from it.
Man.
When I had that conversation with Puff, he told me to just keep it the same.
If you get a chance, please go and find that version, okay? It's gonna have you all the way in your hip hop feelings, okay? Because I definitely had me in my hip hop feelings, man. What was that process like? Like what I know you've worked with a few artists, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite artists, Nas.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But like what was that like creating that moment and that vibe?
Well, mentioning Biggie, I was a little upset because I didn't really get to do as much as I wanted to do with Biggie before he passed away.
Yeah.
But when he did come to my house, he was picking beats and he was saying, he was asking me questions about why I do interludes between songs like that, and I just laughed at him. And
Yeah.
We had a conversation about that. He was like, well, I want them beats. Give me them. And I started finding them. I pulled them out and was playing them. He's like, I want this, and I want this. And it wasn't any new beats that I made. He wanted shit that was on my album.
Yeah.
And that was crazy to me. So I was a little upset we didn't get that done. But outside of that, like working with Nas was crazy. It was real simple. He just came over. He heard, a couple of beats, and then I played him that World Is Yours beat, and he just stood there like. And then I was about to switch the disc and play another beat. He was like, nah. And then that's when I knew maybe.
He seemed like he got a different level of appreciation for like the classics.
Yeah, he was just standing there bopping his head real quick, and then he was like, it looked like he was like coming up with the song and the hook right there.
Yeah.
And then it was like 40 minutes later, he's like, yo, I want you to sing this. And I was like, sing? I don't be singing, man.
He want you to sing the
I'm
joint?
like, bro, who you think I am, bro? Nah, I ain't say all that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
But I did end up doing it, and it came out the way it came out, and I'm very proud of it now.
Oh man. But okay. Now, what is it like now? This question that I'm about to ask, I know a lot of people was like, yo, he produced the NBA Street game. You know what I'm saying? What was that like
Man.
having your joint played in a video
You know
game?
what's crazy? I used to constantly play that game, and just used to look forward to just turning on the PS3
Yeah.
and popping that joint in and hearing my song.
Yeah.
Like, wow. And then just the moves on that game was so crazy. The dunks was so crazy. Everything. If you knew the moves, you was good. You was gravy on that.
Yeah. Oh, NBA Street.
And then they had football, but it wasn't quite as good as
It didn't
the
hit the same as
Jam
you know what I'm saying?
NBA
Volume
shit.
2.
What? And
Man,
then to hear that come on.
yeah, that's the part for me,
That
bro.
was crazy.
You had Pablo talking over the joint. I was like,
yes.
yo, this is really,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I'm
loved it.
saying?
I
And
loved
that song is such a classic anyway.
Thank you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Even without being in the video
Thank you,
game,
man.
but to have that joint in a video game, I don't know. Like a lot of people, you got games like Fortnite where people are
Yeah.
getting their songs played
Yeah.
and things like that. But I think for me, that was one of the joints that really stuck out. Like that, I would say that game is extra legendary because of the legendary sound that you hear.
Sometimes music can make a video game.
Yeah.
Sometimes music can make a movie. Sometimes music could do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Just know that music is more powerful than people think.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That song has a lot of power. Reminisce. And I know, especially with what happened with Trouble T.R.O.Y. What can you speak on? What would happen or what went on in Indianapolis?
All right. Man, I wasn't there. I just got the bad phone call, man. And my whole insides just felt like I just shit in myself. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy how I never heard my cousin like that before, cry like that, scream like that. And it was crazy. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And he just kept saying, he's dead. Screaming it though, like.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? It was bad, man. It was bad. And then we had to tell the parents, which was even more crazy for them to hear that.
Yeah.
And his brother, shout out to Gary, Dixon. And man, doing that song was like, my voice is a little shaky even talking about him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, doing that back then, I felt like, matter of fact, when I went digging one day and found into the jazz section, I pulled this record out. I was with Large Professor, and he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm gonna take a listen to it. And then I heard the song called Today on it. And I started crying when I heard it. You know what I'm saying? It was like the music just sentimental and it was just like fucking with me. Like,
Yeah.
I just started crying, like ooh-oohing. And then I took it as a signal from God telling me, yo, do something with this.
That's the one, yeah.
And then I started working on it and I just started lighting up as I'm making it. You know what I'm saying? That shit was like, oh wow. I wonder if people gonna understand what's going on here. And then boom, sent it to CL. He already had lyrics written. He didn't even have the beat yet. And all he did was make a few changes to his lyrics. And this is what you got right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was crazy. And then once we did that, it was crazy because I had a couple people in the room and the song was mixed and we were listening back to it. And I just got up and walked out. You know what I'm saying? I started crying again. And you know what I'm saying? It was like crazy. And then I walked back in and other motherfuckers is crying. And I'm like, damn. And I remember Charlie Brown from Leaders of the New School in my session that night with me. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But I said, man, this is special.
Okay.
If it could make people do this.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, were you, I mean, of course you were just putting this together because, you felt it, but did you see it going as far as it did?
Nah, man. Like, well, put it this way. I feel like when you make something relatable in your life, when you make a song that you dedicate to someone special to you that passed away,
Yeah.
and that person was everything to you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Make a big difference.
yeah, man, and God knows this, so God has given you the power to do something about it, you know, do something positive. And that's what I felt happened to me.
Yeah. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You getting the
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah,
story
yeah,
right
yeah.
here,
That,
boy.
wow.
You getting the real deal.
Do you feel like that? I mean, you know, I don't want to say that it was a blessing what happened, but do you feel like you being able to use that, you know, do you feel like that was like a blessing or like the Kickstarter to,
You know
you
what?
know, your career?
It was a blessing and a curse.
Okay.
All right, it was a
Talk about
blessing
that.
and a curse. So I say it was a blessing because we were able to make something special for him. You know what I'm saying? Um, the curse is that he's gone in the physical. He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we miss him a lot, and that's the other part. And so, you know, dealing with that for years and years and years, and you know, you have your moments that you have, and you know what I'm saying. You just learn how to manage yourself, man. It's not always the easiest thing to do. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's not.
It's not. But
R.I.P.
yeah, but
R.I.P.,
you know,
man.
we do what we got to do to maintain.
Yeah.
And then I keep making music because I love it passionately still.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me feel a certain kind of way, and anytime I'm feeling down, I make something dope, I feel better.
Yeah. And you've been working. You've been working.
Trying.
Yeah, come on.
You know what I
Earlier
mean?
this year,
Yeah.
you dropped Auditorium
Volume 1.
Volume 1.
Shout out to my brother Rashid.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
Yes, thank you, brother.
Oh
Thank you,
my
man.
goodness. So tell us about that. That's gooey right there.
You know what?
Man.
It's funny because when I made Mecca and the Soul Brother and the Main Ingredient albums, I felt like I was back in that place making this new album with Common.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, once I start feeling nostalgic like that, things just start falling into place.
Yeah.
You know, I've been doing this for a long time. I love it, you know, collecting music and, you know, hearing things that's never been heard before.
Yeah.
Saying to people, hey, listen to this beat. Or, yo, I'm about to do this joint with somebody and about to drop this, and they hear it. That's the best feeling in the world.
I think it goes back to what you said before. Like what you were given to people who you were around, your peers, when you first were doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's so necessary in the game now.
Mm-hmm.
Is taking those pieces that you're taking those roots,
Yeah,
putting them in chemical jars,
oh,
however you do it. When you think of Auditorium, like
mm-hmm.
you know, you working out, you getting it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you in front of people and you putting this product here and you're saying to yourself, look,
Yeah.
this is what I heard from back then.
Yeah.
I'm presenting it to you a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Me and Common, man, like we felt like God was in the room the whole time because I felt like I really did feel nostalgic and old school in a way where I felt like my old ways. I was doing my old ways, but I remember like we in 2024, so don't go too far deep into that. You remember what this new audience, new people, they like what they like. So you know, I'm mixing the two of them together.
Okay.
And it gave me this sound called the Auditorium Volume 1.
Auditorium Volume 1.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all come on now. Stop
You know
playing. Stop playing. Well, I know because Common has that vibe that, you know what I'm saying? I think how did that come about?
We've been friends for a long time. We've been friends since like 1991. And you know, I went to Chicago one time when I was promoting my EP and went to his house when I met him. You know, he rapped. I was already a fan when he dropped his first album. So I was like, but the second album and the Resurrection album was like it. I was just like, man, I got to do something with this guy.
Yeah.
And so after hearing him with No ID, who's another producer I like, it was like, it felt like the Chicago version of Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Okay. At that time. Because the beats I was hearing on the album, and I was just like, wow, this is kind of dope. And then we got cool, you know, we just got cool with each other, and then went to his house, ate his mother's cooking and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then, you know, we just kept the friendship going for years and years, and then, you know, he went on into acting, and, you know, and I was proud of him, and reconnected.
You and Common
Yeah,
actually have quite a history.
yeah.
Y'all produced together one of the greatest diss songs.
Ooh, the bitch in you.
Yeah.
I didn't have beef with Ice Cube. He did. You know what
Okay,
I'm
okay.
saying?
So he said, "Look,
He did. He
I
came to
got the
me.
talent. You got the beef."
Right, right.
Okay.
He came to me and was like, yo, he was mad. He was telling me about it. I was like, all right, come on, man. I was trying to calm him down, took him around the hood and introduced him to people.
Yeah.
Went to eat and all that. Then came back and I made the beat at someone else's house
Okay.
that had equipment and records and stuff. And I made the beat over there and I took it home and changed the drums up and did beat rock to it. And then we went in the studio and did that. And man, that's all I got to say.
All right. Did you?
Sorry, Q.
Okay. All right. I was about to say,
Q,
did you
my
run
man,
into?
though. He cool. We cool.
Okay.
I think we cool. I think we cool.
Oh no. You got to be cool.
Nah, we cool.
You got to be cool. You
Yeah.
name Ice Cube, man.
Yeah,
Come
no
on,
doubt.
man.
Exactly.
Come on now.
Yeah. West Coast in the house. You
Yeah,
already know.
man.
Yep.
Can we all just
Come
get
on now,
along?
please? Please? Nah, I'm just joking. But
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, it was fun back then. Even like adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was my first thing I was ever involved with because I'm P-Rock. I just be cooling. I'd be laid back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
So I'm gonna get my work done. I'm gonna go home.
yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
But my man needed me, so I was there for him.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that you would want to collaborate with,
Yep.
in the future? Like just name a
Even people
few.
from my time in the '90s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, people like Ice Cube. Too Short.
Man.
E40. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Woo.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? Like he's doing things right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got whoever else, man. You know what I'm saying? I work with people who want to work with me.
Any musicians like?
Yeah.
I know. I've always had the thought like, yo, Pete Rock and Robert Glasper.
And we did that. That Black Radio remix. I did that. And with Mos Def on it. Yeah. Yasin Bey, excuse me.
Yeah. Now I gotta go back and really listen to it again.
Black Radio remix. Pete Rock remix. So we did.
I've been
Glasper,
listening.
he's giving me music. He's
Yeah.
giving me parts. He's giving me pianos and I'm chopping up and making beats with his stuff, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been listening to my dream the whole time.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't even know.
Bro. And then, on tour, we did the Blue Note like 3 times.
Yes.
That was him and his clique.
Mm-hmm.
We killed that. And then we did Napa, where he was a part of that.
Yo, he's been telling me about Napa, and I have not been, and I've been slapping myself each
fun. The
time.
wine is good. One glass that had you like this.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? It was good.
I definitely got to make it out to Napa, man.
No
Rob, I'm sorry. I know
Glasper.
He had me at Robtoberfest a couple years back. This year, little brother was there, cutting up.
Yeah, shout out to Ninth Wonder.
Yes, indeed. I gotta make it out, Rob. I'm gonna make it out to Napa, bro. Please.
Yep.
Now we talked about everybody else collaborating. How can I get on and say some?
Say you rap,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Say you. Oh, you want to just talk?
Just talk.
Yeah,
just
you could talk.
You
And
can
do
get like
an
a whole
intro.
monologue.
You could do an intro. I got an idea. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Come on now. See what he done did.
Yeah, look, man. So I'm just.
Right,
I could be on the intro to the song.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
And
about.
I could, music. If you don't get with the time.
Common will love this.
Oh.
He'll love this. He'll love this.
See? We got something in common.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Straight up.
Let's go. Shout out to Denzel Washington.
Yes, big shout out to Denzel Washington, man. Everybody thinks I've met him yet. I have not met him yet. Wow. Hopefully I get to do the interview.
Wow. And talk like him.
And talk
and then
like
he'll be like,
yeah, okay. Is that what you think I sound like? Huh? Is that?
Wait, now tell me. Now, let me ask a question.
Okay.
How do you get to do that so good? How do you get it to like that? Like,
as a kid, I
watched
was
a bunch of movies. What was?
As a kid, I was very observant.
Okay.
And I used to watch my family members. I used to watch like people who stuck out the most, And Actually my first impression wasn't Denzel. It was Dave Chappelle.
What?
Yeah.
What?
So that's, everybody always says, hey, man, you sound like Dave. That's crazy. That's wild, man. I can't believe it. So I would do that, and then I would watch, I saw Ari Spears, I saw Reggie Reg,
Aries.
Dean Edwards.
Yeah.
I seen all these dudes do impressions of Denzel, and I was like, man, like, I could kind of do it if I just focus, But I went from watching the movies to watching his speeches and interviews. You find the essence of Denzel.
Because that's the real him talking.
Exactly. So you hear when he's talking about, he's talking about Scorsese. And he's talking about, the time that it takes to practice. To get prepared for the role. And, the speeches where he says, put God first. So that's look, man. Look.
You the man, bro.
Oh, what?
I
did buzz around. Every time I do buzz arounds, my freaking chest be like, I want to say this though. I feel like when I first heard, the first peep my joint, I said to myself, man, this man is a talent. This man is a generational king. This man is a god on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, to the newer generation, it's a lot of things that y'all not gonna understand that goes into this music thing. So if I could say to y'all, take a lesson from this man.
You deep in your voice, bro.
Telling you, bro. I need some tea after
Buster, man.
I'm telling you, you got to get into the music thing, like real honestly, because this man right here is a legend. And a lot of y'all young producers nowadays don't really know what y'all doing, but y'all take a page out this man's book. That's a fact, B.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo, bro.
You're good, bro.
Thank you,
I say
man.
you on that same level as Aries, bro.
Yo, you know what the funny thing is? It was almost a B, but we can talk about that in another
Tony
interview.
Soprano, I saw something online.
Oh, my gosh.
Yo, I closed my eyes.
He is effortless.
I was like, yo, that's Tony Soprano.
Legit.
Straight up.
He could do it. If they came out with a Sopranos cartoon, Aries, you hired.
What? They would have to hire him.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Ain't nobody gonna sound like him.
Without a doubt. Is there anybody that you ever used to mimic or impersonate when you was younger?
James Brown just screaming all the time. That's it. That's all I know.
That's it. That's enough for me.
That's all I know.
That's enough for me. Man.
It was great, bro.
I appreciate this so much, man. I'm honored. We are all honored in the studio to have you here.
Come on,
Be
man.
graced by your presence, brother.
Come on, bro.
We got the legendary Pete Rock in the building. Program 6, Jordan Craig. We appreciate you for coming through, man. Much love. Y'all make sure y'all check out Auditorium and make sure you look out for whatever he has me on. Okay? Because
I'm doing volume 2 right now.
Okay.
Me and Common getting it cracking.
Auditorium.
Yeah.
Volume 2.
The bottom.
The bottom.
Yeah.